Um, 1 star rated movies too by Derek FBD.
You know, in this life, for everything good, there's something bad, including movies. For every 5-star rated movie, there's always them 1-star ones. But are these reviews legit? Are these movies with some of the lowest ratings ever really that terrible? Well, that's what we found out today. Today, ladies and gentlemen,
Man, bright screen, bro.
Some of the lowest rated movies I could find, and some of the ones with the most 1-star reviews. Y'all know how we do it. I'll give them my own rating once I cover each one, and in the end, I'll go over a movie that could possibly be the worst movie I've ever watched. I'm serious, y'all. This junk is some butt. And without further ado, with a clean 4.1 out of 10 stars and a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. A 0? This movie is one of the worst rated horror movies out there. Yeah, we got a bad horror movie in this one, with reviews like great comedy, what the hell, and laugh out loud horror. And what's this mysterious film I speak of? One Missed Call. Now, when I seen this movie rated so,
what in the world is this cover, bro? Yeah, I don't think I would've watched it just off of this. This just goofy, bro. Just goofy.
I remember seeing this movie on shelves as a kid, and the cover of it freaking me out. Like, are those nostrils and mouths on this lady's eyes? This could cough through her eyes? So a 4.1? Nah, no way. I couldn't believe it. And after watching it, I can confidently say, yeah, that's not that far off. And it's sad too, because this movie like starts off decent, but then it just unravels really fast. Y'all gonna see, y'all gonna see. So One Missed Call starts with this lady in her backyard chilling with her cat. Well, I'm not gonna.
Is that Megan Good, bro? Is that Megan Good? Am I tripping?
She's on the phone talking with someone about all the weird stuff she's been experiencing lately, which is something you hear a lot. Not trying to say too much, but every time the people in this movie experience something, they all just call it weird, and it gets so annoying. We see her on the phone talking about the weird stuff she's been seeing, but after she hangs up and can't find her cat, she goes to check the pond in her backyard, and then something grabs her. Yup.
Oh no!
This movie starts with who you think is the main character dying off the jump, and the cat too for some reason. What the? And since the movie's titled One Missed Call, whatever killed this girl and her cat starts mysteriously going through her contacts looking for its next victim. Ooh, bro, this movie. And we find out who the next target of the spirit thing is at a party, and that's where we also meet the actual main character of this movie, a girl named Beth, whose name I actually had to Google because of how freaking forgettable the characters are in this. Like, my goodness, I know it's a horror movie regular, you know, boring characters, but at least the main character, at least help me learn a little something about her. But yeah, we meet her at this house party where we see her and her friend discussing the unfortunate death of the girl from the start. They're talking about how they don't think she murdered herself until best friend gets a phone call. But she says, that's not my ringtone. And it's a phone call from the girl that died, which is eerie enough, but get this, the voicemail was dated for the future. 3 days in the future to be exact. So Beth says maybe she set the date wrong, but nah, because when she listens to the voicemail her dead friend left her, she hears her own death on the other side of the phone. And this is where the movie peaks. No joke, this is the climax right here. 10 minutes and 25 seconds in. Because from this point on, you realize how butt this movie really is. The issue starts with the first victim, the girl from the party. When she starts seeing the strange, scary stuff that girl from the intro must have been talking about. And when I tell y'all, I really tried to be scared of these hallucinations. I mean, I really tried, y'all. But come on, man. Look, how am I supposed to be scared of that? How? This is a big issue the movie has, bro. And the visuals in it did not look good. And if it was only trash visuals, that'd be one thing. You know, I like cool, ugly people. So at this point watching this, I'm thinking, alright, visuals kind of suck, but surely the actual curse and play will be scary. It'll be scary, surely. Well, after seeing these hallucinations and talking to Beth about it, saying that I told y'all they say, things have been weird. The girl walks all the
This is my comeback. Transform your future with a degree at purdueglobal.edu.
Moving, Spectrum makes it simple. With the most reliable fiber-powered internet.
all the way to the train station, right? And then we see this weird aura animation. The screen gets all shaky, a light bulb breaks, and she somehow falls into the tracks and the train hits her. That's how the first victim goes out. What even happened? Did the ghost push her? Did she trip? I couldn't tell you because the movie doesn't tell us. All they show is that after the girl dies, the ghost leaves a hard candy in her mouth and then controls her arm to make the next phone call. What is happening? Which brings up another big issue.
Make no sense.
I don't understand the curse. Like the ghost behind it all. I don't understand it. I think it's dumb. Like the whole Final Destination ring voicemail concept is scary until you think for a second, why does the ghost do this? Why does it need a missed phone call to kill people? At first I was thinking maybe it's just a petty ass ghost. You know, you miss a phone call from the motherfucker and it kills you. So clearly, dude is petty. And the missed phone call is what makes it want to kill you. But then I remembered, it freaking killed the cat earlier. Am I supposed to believe the cat got a phone call too? That's what it has to be saying. If it only kills through phone calls, that's what it's saying. The cat ain't have a phone, bro. But even if it did, what the f would a cat be doing that it can't pick up the phone? It's a cat. All they do is sleep, clean themselves, eat, and sleep. It's not exactly a tight schedule. So either this is the busiest cat in the world or that ghost don't follow its own rules. This busy ass cat. Who is this cat? The phone call thing is just stupid. And then another thing I ain't like about the curse is that it just feels extremely avoidable. Like if the characters really just tried a little, they wouldn't die. Like with the second victim of the film, who was a dude this time, who I also don't remember his name. But you know, he goes through the same stuff as the first girl, you know, phone call for date and time, shit, hallucinations. Even saying the whole annoying thing that this I told y'all that, I don't know, things have just been weird. You just describe what you see. But yeah, same stuff, all of it. And watching this all play out again, it hit me. If you know exactly what day and what time you're gonna go, can't you just stay home? Like, what is this rush to go to heaven? If you were told, hey bro, you're gonna die tomorrow by something that just killed someone you knew, are you just gonna go about your next day regularly like, well, I still have Pilates at 3. No, why would you even leave the crib and go outside where it's objectively more dangerous? You're just making it easier to die. And that didn't even mention that the voicemail straight up tells them what they say before they die. Why don't they use that? Like if on the voicemail you, I don't know, hear yourself mention or you hear yourself slip on a banana peel. It's just an example. Then you know to avoid bananas. No supermarkets, no zoos. I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know. It could be that they're just bound to die regardless, but it just confuses me that these dudes don't even try. This dude just rather pretend and be zen and say, if you don't think about it, only to end up with a pole in his chest. It's just confusing, bro.
Yeah, weird movie, bro. Weird movie. I never heard of it, but I never heard of it, but it sounds strange.
Even the thing the movie was building up to, the big reveal at the end, the explanation of who and why the ghost is doing what it does, confusing and whack, just made no sense. After the third victim gets packed up, Beth teams up with this detective to find the source of the thing. And after hella detective work and finding this CGI baby on his phone, they shout out Squid Game, they finally uncovered the identity of who's been haunting everyone's cell phones. And just based off the cover of the movie, I would assume, hey, maybe it's the lady with the mouth on her eyes. Or maybe since it's a group of friends being targeted, maybe it's someone connected to them. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking watching this movie. I mean, those are some logical answers. There's no way that it could be it's a girl with asthma. Yeah, the big reveal in this movie is that the ghost killer haunting all the phones was actually this little girl who died of an asthma attack. I wish I was joking. What happened was...
Yeah, wrap it up, bro. That sounds dookie, bro.
She got caught mistreating her little sister by her mom. She started having an attack, but since her pump wasn't full, she collapsed and in her final breaths tried reaching for her phone to call her mom. But she dies before she can, starting the curse. What the f does that have to do with anything?
Makes no sense.
One of the dumbest reviews I've ever seen in a movie ever. Sure, it explains the candy in the victim's mouths because she would give that to her little sister after cutting her or whatever. And it explains, I guess it explains the phone calls because the first victim was her mom, I guess. But why does she want to kill everyone else? Were they the ones that emptied her pump? Did they set her up? Also, what does this have to do with the Asian lady on the cover and her CGI baby? Is she the apprentice? Like, is she the one dropping the candy in their mouths? Was the baby the one making the phone calls? I gotta know. I'm just so confused. They try to explain it by showing that she had toys that looked like them, but that's just stupid, bro. First of all, how would her becoming a ghost bring her toys to life? And second of all, who even buys the kids toys like these anyways? You could have
like what? Yeah, crazy. Not gonna lie, there's been money spent on that movie to be made, by the way. And this is, I think they were trying to make it big too, because Make It Good was in it. So, why, like, why does this even exist? Who thought this was a good idea too? That's what I want to know. Who thought it was a good idea?
Yeah, My Little Pony. Then the mom wants to act all surprised when she catches her doing evil stuff. Man, if I bought my kids toys like these, I'ma expect them to be evil. This is just ridiculous. What a stupid reveal. And the way they try to make her look even more evil with the clothes she had on, it just kills me, bro. Like someone on set really said, oh, put her in a black hoodie so they can know she's evil. You're a genius, bro. And the ending is even more silly. This one ends with the detective rushing over to Beth's crib after finding out this truth, only for him to die after a little asthma demon comes breaking through the door trying to kill Beth. Here go the CGI again. But luckily for Beth, the little girl's mother comes in and seals her into the phone right before she can kill her, which is like, yo, thanks for doing that earlier, Mom. Thanks. One missed call. Boring, 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 bro. Only silver lining is that I heard that this movie is a remake of a Japanese horror film that I heard is actually alright, decent. You know, no petty cat kills in that one, I hope. Too bad for this version though. I'm giving it a 3.2 out of 10. Now I know that was low. I know that was very low for the first movie, but that's the highest one of the video. Next one is much worse. Coming in at a staggering 1.4 stars. Not 1.5, 1.4. The next movie I got up is called The Little Panda Fighter. And for this one,
Oh my gosh, I know this poster. I might have seen this. I don't know if I've seen it before. Obviously, it looked like a ripoff of Kung Fu Panda, but I seen this poster on Prime or something like that. I know I have, and I know I ain't wrong. Like I know what I'm talking about. I don't forget faces. I don't forget faces. Oh, it's not advertisement.
Unlock discounty here.
let me just show y'all how this movie starts.
Crazy, bro. Gang look high. Am I tripping? Gang look out of it, bro. Yeah, he look like he tripping. I don't know what that is.
Alright, before my thoughts, let me just give y'all a brief summary. This movie is a ripoff of Kung Fu Panda, if you couldn't tell. Where instead of Po, we follow a panda named Pancata who works at a restaurant in the middle of nowhere called the Bear Bar Box. And when I say nowhere, I mean like nowhere. There's only like 4 trees outside, a bridge, and the rest of it, endless green. How do people get here? Anyways, Pancata is a panda who likes to dance that works at a restaurant that hosts boxing fights every night. And lately, them boxing fights have not been jumping. No one showed up to them anymore because it's been the same guy winning the fights for the last 2 years. And Pancata's boss, who's a polar bear named Polaris, is of course not happy about that. No customers watching the boxing matches means they'll go broke. So they come up with a plan to bring business back to the restaurant and find—
Why don't they just put a different boxer in? Like, instead of the one that always wins, why don't you give Cuz a break for a second and put a different one in? I don't know. Just a thought.
someone who can beat the champion. Polaris, who is an ex-boxing champ himself, decides he'll take the guy out himself. And the way he'll do this without getting caught is by going undercover in a suit. Like, just a suit and a mask. That's disguise. But after his suit shrinks because Pancata got caught dancing while washing it, and Polaris wins the fight, everyone starts mistaking him for Pancata because of the way the suit shrunk. And so Pancata, enjoying the praise and more importantly the ladies he's getting from it, starts taking all the credit for the win. And that's pretty much the whole premise. Bro, there is so many things wrong with this movie. Too many. I mean, I can start with the most glaring issue. Let's just get it out the way. The animation. How? Just how? I feel like you actually have to try to make it look this bad. Like, this makes Minecraft, no shaders, look like Detroit Become Human. It's trash. The voice lines are almost never synced to the lips. The backgrounds look like something you would find in freaking Gmod. And I'm not gonna lie, at some point, some of the scenes start to look scary, y'all. I'm scared. Then, since I brought up animation, I gotta bring up the character designs. They're all bears, which is fine. I don't got issues with bears and how they live their lives. Definitely not enough to body shame them. But on my first time watching the movie, I noticed, is that a thick bear? Bro, who designed this? And it's just the girl bears too. All of them got these big hips and boobs and hot damn. Like, what were those?
All right. Clear they had some sort of mission. Some sort of mission, bro. To get people more than just bears, bro. Crazy.
What animators doing? Was this necessary? Was this the missing piece? Do y'all think they were in the studio? What's missing? I've got it. give the bear's ass. Over here animated with one hand, bro. Then the plot in general, so ridiculous. If you're having issues with the same fighter winning every night, maybe just
get a different fighter.
Other fights. Like seriously, what would it cost you to put, instead of the winner every single time, to put maybe 2 of the losers against each other? I think that'd be pretty dope. Also, how did they confuse this big brolic ass polar bear for this tubby panda? You telling me your boss is 5 feet away from you and all it takes for you to not recognize him is a tight suit and an eye mask? And even if it was a panda, is it not crazy to assume the first panda you see is the panda you know? Just because he's a panda? You know what that's like? That's like if someone who didn't know me saw me in a boxing ring, but they can tell I'm Dominican, so they just, oh shit, it's Phantom. And then probably the worst, or the most disrespectful thing I should say about this movie, to me, is the movie's called Little Panda Fighter, but the panda rarely fights. He pretty much doesn't at all. Matter of fact, he doesn't even like fighting. He'd rather spend his time breaking out into random dances and imagine himself performing a blonde wig for some reason. I don't know what that's about. That title is a blatant lie, bro. How you gonna rip off Kung Fu Panda and the panda's a pacifist? And even when he eventually does want to fight, it's only because he wants to actually earn all the praise he's been getting. Which, don't get me wrong, is admirable. But he gets whooped immediately. Like bad too. Like there's a point where you think he's about to have some form of like martial arts awakening, but no, he's still getting whooped. But it's alright, because turns out that was all a part of the boss's plan. Because apparently he had zero faith in Pancata. So instead of actually betting on him winning, he bet all his money on the other dude winning, and now he's loaded. So he decides to retire and take all his earnings to the North Pole like any other polar bear would. And the movie ends with Pancata now running the restaurant, where instead of hosting boxing matches, he actually has like a dance show where all the bears come to watch him perform. I never thought I'd be defending this, but the Emoji Movie did not deserve to be ranked worse than this movie. I'm sorry. Like
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That sounds actually garbage. This actually like sounds like the worst plot I ever heard in a movie in existence. Like, 1, it's confusing. 2, it's just straight up garbage. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Like, it don't make none. How did they? And yeah, the panda. How did they get that fat panda confused with this buff polar bear? It don't make no sense.
Like, I get it has 30,000 1-star reviews, but only reason it got more 1-star reviews than this is because the movie was bigger, bro. Like, of course, Michael Jackson gonna have more haters than your local SoundCloud rapper. I'm not saying Emoji Movie's Michael Jackson. I'm just saying the SoundCloud rapper don't even got the platform the Emoji Movie has. But with that being said, this movie's a 2.5 out of 10. It's definitely some ass, which I wasn't surprised about. Especially if you know the other movies made by these dudes. Yeah, that's the track record. But it's only 50 minutes, and I know that's a good amount of time, but I'd rather do 50 minutes of laughing at this than 30 minutes of 365 ever again. But I can't say the same about this last movie. Just 5 minutes of this last movie would be too much. Too much. Because this next movie I got up might genuinely be the worst movie I've ever covered on the channel. Worst one. Like, I really thought nothing was going to be over the Little Panda Fighter, but this one got it. Coming in with a smooth 2.5 out of 10 stars, and an even smoother 17,000 1-star reviews. 1,000. War of the Worlds 2025.
Okay, hold on. This was a very last year thing. Okay, the movie was still garbage. That's not what I'm defending. This is just very. I honestly forgot about this movie. Was this really worse than the Panda movie? Like, I don't know the plot. I just, last year, bro, I just seen the memes of like the Amazon promotion thing. It was weird.
Any more about this? Let me just read y'all some of the stuff that people have been saying about this.
And I thought he made a video on this movie already. Am I tripping? Maybe.
I know I'm not exaggerating how bad it is. Garbage. It's worse than you can imagine. One of the worst movies ever. I would even watch this if the world was ending. Shameless. I would rather watch Cats. Yeah, Cats, y'all. Y'all remember when we went over Cats? These are just reviews, right? There's no way World of the Worlds 2025 is really that bad. Yes, it really is. This movie is probably the biggest piece of dog I've ever seen. Like, Little Panda Fighter was bad, very bad. But I could probably watch it on like 2x speed with a friend or something and see how many times I can get a smirk out of them. Or just see how they react to the thick bears. This, though, there is nothing to look forward to in this movie besides watching it end. Like, I'm not joking. I'd rather throw on 365 days again and cringe my way through all that freaky ass stuff than watch this again. You've been warned. So this movie is a remake of War of the Worlds. Y'all know the story. Aliens from another world invade Earth. We go to war with them. War of the Worlds. Tom Cruise was in it. You know the deal. But in the new 2025 version, it's Ice Cube. And instead of us seeing him in the field, surviving, saving civilians, trying to escape the aliens, he's at a desk, monitoring the whole world be destroyed on his PC set. I know I said there were so many things wrong with the little panda fighter, and there still is, but there's so many things wrong with this movie. Let's just take it one by one. The plot. Just the plot alone, not even including the other stuff, is enough to justify those 1-star ratings. Cause who in their right mind thought an alien invasion movie where the main character is a government employee who's basically on house arrest, watching it all go down, would work? Who? This had to be a mistake. Who at Amazon had a oopsie? Did Bezos misclick? I mean, really, we're watching someone watch the end of the world. This whole movie is pretty much a reaction video. And not one of the good ones, like the people who react to me, of course. It's one of the ones where barely say,
bro, he talking about me, bro. He talking about me. He know how it is. He know the deal, bro. He know the deal. You know the deal. Of course I'm reacting. Of course I'm on it fast, bro. I'm on Derek fast.
Watching someone watch the end of the world. This whole movie is
sorry.
Pretty much a reaction video. And not one of the good ones like the people who react to me, of course. It's one of the ones where the dude barely says anything, and when he does, it doesn't add anything. Which leads me to another thing I gotta talk about with this film, the acting. Y'all, I don't know what the hell they had Ice Cube doing in this, but that was not acting. And I know.
And the worst part is, Ice Cube is a good actor too. Great actor. Boys in the Hood, Friday, Ride Along, Are We There Yet?
Yeah, I know, but
that's all I can name. I gotta think of more. There's probably some more. I just can't think of them yet. There's that one jail movie. There was a First Sunday. He was good in that too. Like, bro, he's a good actor. It's just like, you know.
Cube can act. I remember Friday. I like Friday.
Yeah.
This was definitely not a passion project for him, bro. I don't think he was even trying. I don't think Amazon even cared if he tried. 90% of this dude's lines in this movie aren't even lines. They're just audible reactions. And the funny thing is, they're almost never valid reactions either. This dude's son fake dies like 3 times in this movie. And his reaction each time was just, ooh. And when he's not making noises,
ooh, my son. Is he okay? Like, man.
the random bams to react to something, he's taking off his glasses to show you how shocked he really is. Guys, y'all don't know this, but I wear glasses in real life. Shocker, I know, I'm a nerd. And I've seen people get robbed, beat, and shot at. And not once in the middle of all that chaos have I thought, oh my goodness. Let me take off my glasses to get a worse view of this. No one with glasses does that, bro. Like, what would reducing my vision even do? And if you're wondering what had him so shocked to do this, it was probably how butt the movie looked. I know I said the same thing about the last two, but those two movies are not only older, but they didn't have freaking Amazon backing them. This is a $1 trillion company producing a film that looks like this. What is this, bro? You can also tell that so much of the footage they use is either stock footage or straight up footage from stuff that actually happened. Like real life wars and tragedies, but they just throw on a freaking tripod on top of it and say, oh, it's part of the movie, which is just so wrong. And if the movie wasn't already unethical enough, this whole thing is pretty much an Amazon commercial. Like the whole movie, Amazon is plastered all over. From people mentioning it in conversation to one character saying how much he loves working there, which is a lie. I got homies who work at Amazon. That shit's a lie. To literal lives being saved because of it, Amazon is everywhere. And oh, I'm not joking about that last part. There's a part where Ice Cube's daughter in the movie gets impaled by something in her leg, and his son-in-law, who's played by Roderick, saves the daughter by, get this, using Amazon tape to stop the bleeding. Yeah, because apparently all those hours packing them boxes at Amazon translated to saving lives. This is self-promo of doom, bro.
Yo.
Spend money on in-game cosmetics. How? Using Buff. With the Buff app,
This would be like if I dropped a movie one day and one of the characters in the background is watching a Derek FDB video, sipping some coffee in his Derek FDB cup, and snap, he just spilled it all over his Derek FDB plushie. That last one is never happening, by the way. Not even because Marvel would sue me to death, you know, the whole Spider-Man thing. It's really because I've seen how sick some of y'all get in those confessions, bro. I don't want no parts. But you see how ridiculous that sounds? At some point watching this, I seriously thought they were just gonna save the planet using Amazon. Oh wait, That's exactly what they did. Because we come to find out these aliens that are destroying our planet are doing it because they want our data. That's right. The highly intelligent aliens from another world came to consume your social security number, your email address, and of course, your search history. Yep. So using this info, they create a virus, and in order to get the virus to Ice Cube, so he can save the world or whatever, they, no joke, buy a flash drive off Amazon and use an Amazon drone to get it to him. I'm not making this up. And Amazon's help doesn't even end there. Because after flying the drone through the giant destructive aliens, it accidentally falls. And to get it back up in the air, they, no joke, convince this homeless dude to risk his life and flip it by texting him a $1,000 Amazon gift card.
Shitty, what are you doing down there? No.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even realize, a homeless person would never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got any blocks on you?
They would never. This is already false accuracy. They would never. They would never do this. Like, yo.
The world is ending. What does an $1,000 Amazon card even mean in this situation? What does it do? If it was Uber Eats, I get it. You can order pickup at Popeyes and just pray the place is still there. But Amazon? What the hell are you gonna order? Some home decor, a charger, and some pajamas? What do you need home decor for, bro? You're homeless. It's just insane that I even have to watch this movie. This one ends with Ice Cube successfully saving the planet after the virus works, and with him exposing the government for storing our private personal data. This photo was actually in the movie, and we see him and his family together happily wearing a bunch of baby shark shirts. Yeah, this is only a 1.5 out of 10 stars for me. The acting whack, the story whack, everything whack. And why did it have to take place through a computer screen? Why? It's about the world ending. 1.5 stars, y'all. 365 has officially been dethroned. It's been dethroned. We'll see about its sequels, though. That's pretty much all the movie I wanted to.
Don't. Why are you gonna watch? You already didn't like the first one, so what? There's like 2 more? Why? Why? That's not even the point.
I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch soon.
Oh snap.
I'll probably be streaming me playing some horror games, so if you ever wanted to hear me piss my pants live, now's your chance.
Yay!
Maybe 1 million followers. I know y'all can do it. Also, keep following the Instagram and join the Discord. We're still doing $200 to charity for every $1,000.
You know what's crazy? I never joined Discords before.
I'm gonna use all of them to go super fast. What am I supposed to do now?
I think we're gonna need a new method.
Hold on,
We're gonna need a faster way. I think that's just the idea.
Follow you?
Yeah, follow me.
Let's go.
Here we are, the new parkour area. Yes, Sirski.
Oh gosh, this is gonna be
Now, Derek, I just saw yo. Hold on.
The only one that found out.
I just saw yo. Oh, DB. I put BD.
Well, animal travels faster than me, so it gets me more steps.
I was about to say I just. No, now. Why is it not popping up? I just searched your name, so I don't know why your account ain't popping up, my boy. Come on, Derek. And it's your fault too.
What? Already? Was that parkour this short? Are you serious right now, Nico?
I was gonna show support.
Nico, you are.
Oh, I found it. Okay, there it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There it is. I got it.
Why are you bringing Panda here in the first place?
Let me join your Discord too.
Zoe, it's really not that. Wait, don't jump through the hole yet. Okay, stay up there. I gotta blow a hole in. Watch out, Nico. Why did you place that slime block back?
Cause
Boom. You did.
if there's a
Okay, well, whatever. I got. That's still not good. Take a more steps. Oh.
don't even matter. Whatever.
Maybe.
Hey, it's my new pet.
Come on, y'all. We got this. And that's about it. So, moral of the story? Oh, shit. It's Phantom.
No, man. HBD. Good video. Good video.
Y'all don't know how to spawn these things. There are pandas.